Hello everyone! Today we will see maybe the greatest game of Jose Raul Capablanca, the third world chess champion, and learn chess strategy in details. Stay till to the end of this video to know how to win more games in chess using chess strategy tips. My name is Pavel Martinov and welcome you to my YouTube channel, and let's start to see this brilliant game. We skipped an opening in this game and let's start from the first critical position. So let's define what's going on the board. First of all, we can see that black has a double pawns, but at the same time the compensation for this double pawns is the rook on a line that is playing and taking some pressure to a2 pawn, and it's hard for white to move this rook in the game. And by the way, it's really hard for white to make some attention to these pawns. So how to play with black? The most logical move seems to be e6. The idea that we want to take the bishop to the game and after maybe stay out with our king in the center. But we can see at the same time that this bishop in this situation will be nice from the first view, but actually he is doing nothing on this diagonal. It's no target to make some mess for him, and actually it's hard to follow with some real strategy how to play next with black. So just after several moves we will finish our development, and it's hard to define what to do after with black. And Capablanca, I think, made the right decision in this game. He played here bishop d7. That is a really very nice move. The idea is that he understood that c4 square is really good for this knight, and he wants to transfer him in future from a5 to c4 to make some pressure to b2 pawn and this bishop on d2. And actually, to transfer this knight on c4, he needs to support him with the pawn b. Just if this bishop will take on c4, we will take b takes c4, and we have a nice pawn structure again. And for the reason to push b pawn, that can be useful somewhere in the future to go b4, because our target is a2 pawn as well with this rook. So we want to fix this pawn by following our pawn to b4. For these reasons, we need this bishop on d7 because he will support from b5 square. And after we are playing e6 here, we can't transfer him to d7 no more, and we can't push b5 because of this guy staying here and controlling the b5 square. So that is the deep idea of bishop d7, to follow with e6, normal development, and after transfer our knight to c4. By the way, we're now in endgame and our tempos are not that much important like in middle game, because we won't receive a checkmate attack. The queens are not on the game. So bishop e2, maybe better was to play bishop b5 right here, just to prevent knight a5 somewhere, because we want to take on d7 and follow knight a5 with the check next time. So white played bishop e2, e6, castle. I don't believe that castle is really good as well, because the king is going quite far away from the center in the endgame. And we can see that after a few moves even, we can see that white are playing without any real plan and real strategy. Bishop d6, we are going to the best field with our bishop to develop him. Here, king e7. So right now, our rooks are connected. This rook can go to c file because that is the open line and this line is semi-open, so both of these lines are really good for black. Our king in the center again, and we can push our strategy with transferring this knight, and this guy is quite far away from the center, so white needs some move, king f1, king e1 maybe in the future, and so they will waste the time to improve their king position. Bishop c3. Actually, this bishop looks really not that good because he cut it off because of his pawns on d4 and b2. Rook c8 here. I believe that is a mistake because you know the rule, the chess strategy rule, that you don't need to play on the flank where you are weaker than your opponent. So here black really wants to make some troubles for white on this flank, and white are pushing a3, and we can use this with b5 and b4 in future to open again the a line to our rook. I can understand the reasons of white, because they wanted to push this rook somewhere and to no, to be able not to defend on a2 only with this rook, but actually from positional sides it really looks like a mistake. So knight a5, we are going same strategy, and we can see that b3 square can be weak somewhere. Right now we want to create a fork for these two rooks with knight b3. And look, take a look on our pieces. These pieces are really placing good. I mean, this is the best here, and the rooks are on the two best lines. So, and our knight was on c6, not that good, and we are going to improve him to c4. Again, nice chess strategy rule. If you don't know what to do in the position completely, you can't create any plan, you don't see any ideas, take a tip that you can find the worst piece in your position and find the way how to improve, so on which field this piece will be better, and the way how to improve the position of this piece to this field and make it as a plan. So it's a nice tip that can help you to underline and understand what to do in the complicated situation. Knight e2, trying to take this square under control. So right now, if we will follow b5 and knight c4, we can receive some counterplay somewhere with e4. That's why Capablanca played f5. He wants to control this e4 square with the pawns and make the counterplay for white really hard. g3. Again, I think that there's a wasting of the time, so maybe even f3 immediately was better. So g3, b5, we are going with our strategy, and take a look around this structure and this situation for the white bishop. He's staying and doing nothing actually. f3, so white's idea is to push e4 and maybe somewhere e5 or some may create some exchanges. Black are playing in the flank, so white wants to make some counterplay in the center. Again, according to the chess strategy, seems very logical. Knight c4 takes. If they will take with this, we can also use the same strategy. We want to go with b5, b4, open the a line for the rook, and actually after some exchange of this pawn to this pawn, we can see that b2 pawn can be weak somewhere, and we can create some attack to the b pawn as well. So in the game, Janowski decided to take with the bishop, and that's giving a really nice pair of bishops for black. Here, again, the strategy is the same. We want to push b5, b4 somewhere, e4, king f7, a really useful move. First of all, we're going out with the king from the center square that can be attacked after some exchange like e takes, rook e1 somewhere with the check. The second reason is that right now, after e5, we can go out with this bishop to these two squares and save this bishop on the diagonal of this, and he is controlling b4 square to push b5 and b4. So again, it's a thin prophylaxis move against white counterplay. And right here, white played e5, and actually it's a positional mistake. I will explain you why. Better was to take, and play f4 with the idea to transfer the knight to the weak field e5. Maybe after some exchange of bishop takes e5, we will have a pair of bishops on the board with these different colors, and it can be more chances to draw for white. And actually you need to always use the weak fields in the opponent position, and e5 here is a really weak field. We can't go back with our pawn to f6 to take this under control, so that seems a nice place for a knight. But white decided to play e5, and from positional side it's a mistake, because right now this bishop is more like a big pawn because of this pawn structure. Is cut off from the game, and it's no more any counterplay for white that they can do. So bishop e7, we saved this bishop controlling b4 square to push our pawn again. f4, b5, we are going with the strategy. Here, rook a4. A nice move that can be useful in future. We want to double our rooks on the A line and push b4 that white can't take on b4, because we will take a rook and win an extra rook. Here, rook b1. Again, white can't stay on the place like this, for example, because we'll follow b4, and after takes, we are receiving an extra rook. That is the idea of double our rooks on the A line. So rook b1, and right here Yes, we can see that this piece is doing nothing and they're really uncomfortable for white. But actually, right now, if we will play b4 immediately, it can be some exchanges for white even that will help them to defend. And we are understanding the great principle of war, that if you will open the other front with your opponent, it will be hard to the army to defend against two treatments in two different ways. And here, h6, Capablanca wants to push g5 to open the g line, and it will be very hard, even impossible, to white to rescue the position against double treatments b4 and g open g line with the black rooks. So here g5, we are going with our strategy. 91, white just need to stay on the place because it's no active counterplay for them. Rook g8. So we're starting to transfer our rook to g line. We want to take somewhere on f4 to open this line, and actually we're keeping in mind b4 idea as well. Here, takes, here. So we are ready to push our rook to g4 and to push next rook to g8. Here, rook g4. Here, bishop e1. We can see that white wants to bring this bishop to g3 to block the g line for these two rooks. But right now, as well, we can underline that this knight is under pin and it's hard for white to do something with this piece. Says only to play bishop g3. These rooks are really good. This bishop is really good. The king is staying good. Everything is okay with our pawn structure. And we need to improve somehow our bishop. And the best field for him actually is e4, because from e4 he will take under control whole board, all flanks of the board. And Capablanca for this reason played b4. He wants to transfer this bishop from a4 to c2 to e4 to make a final treatment to g2 piece in white position. And actually, in the way he is sacrificing a pawn, after bishop a4, white is really in great troubles because we want to play c2 with the tempo because the treatment of the rook, and after bishop to e4 with the check, and again this pawn we will take back. If we want, we can go rook b8, bishop takes b4 anywhere, so, and the b2 pawn will be really weak as well after we will take this one. So rook a1, here, and h5. Right now, we want to checkmate this bishop and play h4, and there's no way to save this bishop, actually. So Janowski played here rook a7. The idea is to create some pin for this bishop, but after this, Capablanca just calculated a direct variation how to get the material advantage and win this game. Bishop takes g2, takes h4. So this bishop is really in big troubles. Black just want to take on g3, so the Janowski idea was to take on h4. Again, he wants to use the spin to make some counterplay, but black are getting the great material advantage in winning this game. Here, check, rook b3. So right now we want to take with check on b2, and this pawn will go forward to the queen somewhere, and it's really hard to do something with white. The position is totally losing. Bishop g5 here, rook e7, some counterplay to take on e6 maybe, here, and right now Capablanca made amazing move rook e8, and he's going with the rook to a3, and we can see that this king will feel really uncomfortable himself, and Capablanca starting even to play for a checkmate for a white king. So rook a6 here, we're going away from the checks. It's no more checks for white, and after here just Janowski resigned because rook a3 here and a nice checkmate, so it's no way for king to go somewhere. The rook is cutting here and the rook is attacking this king. So again, we saw a really great example from art of Jose Raul Capablanca, the third world chess champion. From this game, we saw how he made the plan, how he cut it off all counterplay of his opponent, and we learned some strategy, how to improve pieces, how to find the best way into a position, and so on. I hope that you will stay and learn chess with me on my YouTube channel. Subscribe and don't forget about new videos that are upcoming every week. Have a nice day and win more chess games.